Hello everyone, I'm James Milan. Welcome to this Town Hall update. I am joined as always by our Town Manager Jim Feeney. And Jim, today we are going to hear about Arlington High School's open house, which is coming up soon, and the weather looks good for Saturday, so that's good. We want to hear about the Net Zero Action Plan or get an update on the Net Zero Action Plan, and also the upcoming community forum about Arlington Heights Business District. We'll also hear about the importance of clearing out your storm drains. This week would have showed us that, right? And also that annual ritual of weekly yard waste collection is starting up. And then there's the Arlington Civic Academy. So, you know, our usual plethora of topics. Where would you like to start?
Sure. Well, because you mentioned it's this Saturday, let's start with the Arlington High School Open House. And I know we discussed this during our last update, but we are inviting the public to an open house on Saturday, October 25th. The hours are going to be 1 to 4 p.m. To come tour the new facility. This will be the last opportunity for public tours. So we do hope you can come celebrate this really extraordinary community-supported achievement. Even if you've toured previously, it is certainly worth coming to see the exciting work that was completed in phases 3 and 4. It's truly a remarkable facility, so everyone, if you're available, please do come out and check it out.
Yeah, I was mentioning, that the weather looks good, and what it looks like is a lot of sun, and that should show off this brand new, all the windows, all the fabulous spaces, and that kind of sense of space that you get inside of there. Should show that off really well.
Great day for ribbon cutting.
That's for sure. So then, kind of proceeding generally chronologically, as we like to do, tell us about the Net Zero Action Plan survey.
Sure. Well, as you well know, James, because you've heard about this many times, Arlington is committed to net zero greenhouse gas pollution by 2050. So our roadmap to getting to zero, which is titled the Net Zero Action Plan, or NZAP for short, is due for its 5-year update. It was published in 2021. So our Clean Energy Future Committee is asking residents to take a survey to help prioritize the actions for the Net Zero Action Plan update, which largely include actions related to getting fossil fuels out of our homes and vehicles and using more clean energy. So we're just asking our residents to take the survey that is available on our website by October 26th. So thank you in advance.
All right, great. And just to clarify, the action plan has that deadline of 2050, and I guess that there are 5-year, that will come in kind of 5-year review increments or something?
Yes, it's an opportunity to look at how far we've come, which actions we've taken have been successful, and where we may need to pivot based on the legislative landscape or new technologies or really anything that's changed to say, okay, we think for the next 5 years, these are going to be the most successful or advantageous measures to take to help achieve our goals.
Perfectly sensible, and good to know that, again, that's the approach the town is taking. Okay, tell us about the Heights Business District Community Forum.
Sure. So obviously nearby at the bottom of the hill here from the ACMi studio is the Arlington Heights Business District. And on Wednesday, November 5th at 7 p.m. in the Pierce Elementary School cafetorium, the Department of Planning and Community Development, along with the Arlington Heights Action Plan Implementation Committee, will share a new vision for the Arlington Heights Business District. That vision will spring from the survey that was conducted in spring of this year, where we solicited resident feedback and actually received more than 1,200 responses. So a very robust survey. A lot of people were interested in sharing their vision for the future of Arlington Heights. So using these survey results, the committee will be sharing a vision for what the Arlington Heights can look like using zoning as a tool for supporting more business, for activating more art and culture, and for cultivating community in the larger neighborhood. So we do hope that you can come to the November 5th forum and check out the vision that's being developed. Project information, survey results, all that information can also be found on the town's website if you're unable to join.
And very topically, given, as I mentioned earlier, the week we just had, which involved a whole dumping of rain within a 24-hour period here, it is time to think about clearing those storm drains. And tell us about that, please.
Right. A good point. We had some pretty inclement weather earlier this week, and that coupled with, the nor'easter of last week, many of the leaves have already fallen off a lot of the trees. So this is just a good time to remind residents to adopt or take up caring for a nearby storm drain. So in partnership with the Mystic River Watershed Association, Arlington's Adopt a Drain program asks volunteers to take care of storm drains, i.e. catch basins, to prevent street polluting, street flooding, and pollution in local water bodies. So volunteers will tend to check on their adopted drain before and after heavy rain, wind, or snow events. There are nearly 4,000 catch basins in town, so of course, we need all the help we can get keeping up with them. You can clear it one day, and the next day it needs to be cleared again, so we really need as much resident assistance as we can get with that task.
And I know you've been making this request on an annual basis over the last number of years. I assume that you have been getting some good, robust responses, even though, as you say, you can never have enough people to deal with 4,000 of these.
You can't. There, as you have alluded to, it has been a successful program. I will say one of my favorite things about it in the sidebar is, there's a map or a tool where you can go in and adopt a catch basin. When folks adopt them, they have the ability to name them, and there are some really creative and funny names I've seen in that database that our creative residents have come up with. So I always appreciate that.
Yeah, worth going to the database just to giggle over the names and then sign up yourself. Why not? All right, well, you mentioned that a whole bunch of leaves have come down, so that's a great segue into our next topic, which is our weekly curbside yard waste collection.
Exactly. Related to leaves, starting on Monday, October 27th, yard waste will again be collected weekly at the curb, and that will run through until the week of December 8th through the 12th. So please be sure to put your yard waste in either, an approved paper yard waste bag available at the hardware store, the grocery store, or you can put it in a barrel, perhaps the barrel you saved from when we automated, that you can place a yard waste or yard trimmings sticker on. We do offer those sort of large green bumper stickers for free. They're available for pickup at Town Hall, at Public Works on Grove Street, at the Community Center on Maple Street, and at the Robbins Library. So they're generally available, and it allows you to repurpose your old barrels for yard waste collection.
Well, inclement weather, yard waste collection, we've got to be moving into November, right? This is our yearly ritual, as we've alluded to. So finally, let's finish with the Civic Academy.
Sure. I guess one of the new elements of our fall ritual, we've just finished our fall cohort of the Civic Academy. So last Thursday, town officials and staff celebrated the graduates of what was our 5th Civic Academy. So we were pleased that Select Board Chair Diane Mahan and Town Moderator Greg Christiana gave brief remarks at the ceremony held in the Select Board chambers at Town Hall. As a reminder, over the course of 6 weeks, the Arlington Civic Academy features presentations by town officials, department heads, and staff with a real focus on how it is that Arlington works, as well as what role participants may play in their local government moving forward. So I just want to congratulate again all of the participants and just say I hope to see you at a future committee meeting or town meeting as you look to continue your involvement.
Yeah, and you mentioned this is the 5th one. I have lost track of the rhythm that you guys are following. Are you doing 2 of these a year at this point?
Yeah, we're presently doing a spring cohort and a fall cohort. So we're running 2 per year because the desire and interest remains there. We're still getting more applications than we have seats. So
that's great. So people can anticipate that the next one will be in spring of 2026.
That's the plan.
All right, great. Anything that we have neglected to mention?
I think that's it for today. Thank you.
All right, an amazingly short one. Thank goodness, Jim says, having had to do some marathons here recently. We do appreciate your time. We appreciate your time as well. Thanks for joining us. I'm James Milan on behalf of Jim Feeney and ACMi and the town. This is the Town Hall Update. We'll see you next time.